Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Bloodshots.
Why does that cup say wifey?
It's a gift
Okay.
for the next weekend when she goes to the bridal shower. I don't know why my dog is sitting like that, but okay. Anyways, welcome to Bloodshots. We have a new segment for you that we'll get to in a little bit. But joining us today on my right is Wes.
Hello.
My left is Aaron Schmidt.
Only today.
Only
today?
Never again.
You'll sit at this end of the table next time?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, if you like what you see, head on over to YouTube and subscribe. Twitter,
guys.
like us. Instagram and Snapchat to just look at things. And if you want to help support the show, go to patreon.com/derailed. We love donations. We love to keep bringing you high-quality content in our sweatshop of a studio.
High-quality intros.
The best intros.
Today we have the Deadpool 2 review for you. And then we have a little bit of Westworld. And Barry and Silicon Valley are over. There's absolutely zero news. So
Good.
we're going to bypass that.
Good.
And we're going to go balls deep into Westworld.
No, we're going to go...
Yes.
No, we're not. You said there's a little bit of Westworld.
Yeah.
Because we're going to do Deadpool 2 and then...
But we have two episodes of Westworld to talk
flashback.
about.
Well, that's your fault. So we don't have to do that. Because I watch them all every week.
And so do I.
So we could have got it. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
So do I. Then we would have talked about it last week.
I was just a little... I fell asleep in the middle of
into
it.
a corner, buddy. So Westworld was pretty good. I mean, Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2? Wait, what are we going with?
It's up to the
Now,
boss.
oh, now it's okay. I can have control.
You've always had control. Aaron just likes to challenge us.
It is 9:30 p.m. I think that we have two big things to talk about, and going balls deep into Westworld might not be one of them.
All right.
For this week.
One sentence, Westworld, this episode, go.
He didn't like it.
What?
James,
I thought it was a little.
said it was boring.
Little boring.
Okay.
He thinks Westworld in general is boring because he fell asleep last week.
I mean...
And now this one's boring.
I don't think
wasn't
it's
he
boring.
still recovering last
Yes.
week, though?
No.
What? Last week was surgery.
Over. Old news.
Oh my god.
It's all right. They're in Shogun World. So they're in, we have Westworld versus Eastworld, and that was this episode.
Yeah, I've seen posts about some rapper has a song that they redid, Wu-Tang Clan song that they redid in there, and it was apparently really good.
Very
I also
good.
did more Paint It Black.
Well, that's because the Painted Black was in the Westworld version, because they basically like mirrored the Westworld scene for a little bit of it.
Oh, nice.
It was good.
All right. Do you want to go with the good movie or the other movie?
No, Deadpool 2 first.
Okay.
So the other movie,
Yeah. No, Deadpool 2 was fantastic.
of course. Mm-hmm. The big question is it better than one? This is the question we need
I'll be
answered.
completely honest. Deadpool 2, Deadpool 1.
Why?
Same.
I'll explain why. It's because Deadpool 1, again, I will freely admit, Deadpool 2 had a better story.
Yes.
I will say
Duh.
that. But Deadpool 1, first off, was because it had the story in 2 was the way they did it, they had to make the movie a little more tame than the first one. They toned down the violence, toned down the, not so much the language, but the violence, minus the Juggernaut scene. I will admit, Juggernaut, that was
Gross.
hyper gross and violent.
Kryber gross.
But the first movie was essentially a passion project of Ryan Reynolds for like a decade to try and get made. He worked his ass off to get that one. This one was just the sequel because the first one did so well. That leaked trailer from 2006, was it? Of the scene from the movie. You feel there's a little more passion in the first one.
Agreed.
But from the comic side, there's something they did really well in the second one.
There's a ton of stuff they did really well.
There's stuff.
This is saying like, hey man, bacon and sausage are both super good,
But bacon.
like bacon, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying like, oh, this is fucking vegetables versus
Steak.
fat.
Yeah.
You know, like, come on.
But one thing in the comics that they needed to do in the movies somehow was his whole wanting to die to be with Lady Death, which they never introduced Lady Death. That'd be weird. So how they did it with Vanessa in this movie worked really, really well.
Right. It did work well, but for me it was a little too much. Like, I think we went there too much. it took up too much time for me in the movie. I would have rather him been... So one key example of like the misstep in this movie for me is when Cable saves him when he died, and he finally it achieved his mission of being with Vanessa. And then Cable pulls him out of it, and he has the whole joke of like, "You did it for me. You love me, huh?" And like, okay, at first thought you're like, "That's funny. That's a Deadpool thing to do," but in the first one, he's so mad about things that happen. He goes out of control. He's a psycho. He literally is a psycho.
Yep.
If someone pulled him away from her that close, his initial reaction would be like, "You fucking asshole. What the fuck did you just do?" That's his logical reaction. But to make it a joke is like Deadpoolish, but not Deadpool.
That goes to my statement of they tamed it.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. And that's my one key example.
Still works though, because again, going back to knowing the comics, Deadpool and Cable are super good friends.
But you understand what I'm saying.
Oh no, I get it 100%.
He's ripped away from the whole point of the movie is him trying to get to her.
Yes.
And then ripped away and doesn't even ask like what the fuck did you just do? You just took me away from my whole... He just accepts it and is like, haha, you did it for me. You love me. You know, like maybe he could get to that point after a little bit of like
after
arc.
attempting to shoot him in the face a bunch.
Yeah, exactly. Like there needs to be a little transition there, but he would be so pissed in that scenario.
One thing you guys told us without spoilers is you said Stan Lee wasn't in it.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of was in it. He was memorialized in it. He was one of the scenes when they're going into the city. There's a big painting on one of the side of the walls. It's Stan Lee.
Gotcha.
So they actually put him in the movie. It's the same way they did for Daredevil as a picture in the police station.
Gotcha.
Because I think he was sick when they were filming.
Probably. Oh, yeah, because this was that time when the story came out that his former assistant or publicist was taking his blood and selling it.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, there were some really good jokes in it. I actually
Awesome
liked the little
jokes.
kid. Fire Fist.
Did not like the little kid.
I thought he did pretty well for what he was given.
That's fair, yeah. I think I think the opposite for the similar reasons that you...
Also, they did Domino right.
Definitely.
yeah.
So
yeah.
First off, anyone out there who's hating the fact that she's not alabaster white with black spots, who fucking cares in this movie?
Yeah.
She's never been a character defined by that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But, like, how to show luck as her power,
Yeah.
it worked.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely
That was
destroyed
perfect.
it. It was fantastic.
Shatterstar.
I love all of the X-Force.
Even Brad Pitt.
Even Brad Pitt.
That was so funny. The whole landing scene was key. That was so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny, because in the trailers, they show Terry Crews, like, beating somebody up.
Yeah.
So, fake trailer.
Mm-hmm.
The violence is still very violent. I'm not saying it's, like, tame going to PG-13. Still rated R,
Yeah.
hard R.
Yeah. It's definitely going for a more of a softer tone, though.
Like, this would be one if you wanted to take your, I guess, cooler parent, but still don't want to take him to go see a horrible blood fest.
Mm-hmm.
Take him to this instead.
Yeah. Yeah, the first one is definitely more gross. Because I rewatched it the day after. Because I tried to watch it the day before, and I ended up falling asleep because it was, like, too late.
Yeah.
But I watched it the day after, and I just have this more of an urge, even now after rewatching it, like, to watch the first one again. I just like it more as a movie.
See,
it's not that 2 doesn't do good things and whatnot and keep me entertained the whole way. I really like 1.
I think, well, see, I'm going to be the guy who, when I want to watch 1, I'll just watch both of them back to back.
Sure.
What'd you think of the Rick and Morty joke in there?
Remind me of it. I don't
Baby
remember.
legs.
Oh,
They basically
yeah.
did baby legs.
Yeah. Was that really like a Rick and Morty thing?
No,
though?
but everyone's saying, like, it's an unintentional Rick and Morty
That's,
joke.
Yeah.
that I
And
didn't
then,
notice that. That's funny.
It's just shirt cocking it over there.
He's like,
That was funny.
One of my favorite lines actually comes from there is when he's like, is it just me or is he behind you right now? When he's looking right at Cable.
Yeah.
TJ Miller inherently was not as funny in this one though. He was way funnier in the first one.
They tried doing his same shtick of just
Yeah.
listing
And
off stuff. It
didn't work.
Was this in mid filming when like the whole controversy was going on with him?
Maybe.
Because realistically, this might be the last thing he ever does.
Maybe.
Because of the whole sexual scandal, then the fake bomb threat.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone will hire
Oh
him again.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some of the characters from the first film T.J. Miller kind of fell flat, except for when Cable was interrogating him. I like that
yes,
scene.
That was very funny. That played well.
I like Derpinder.
Yep.
Especially at the end.
Yeah, definitely. That was very, very funny.
What was the other one from the line with Bob, no more speaking roles for you, the big dude in the bar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed more of that in the first one of like a fourth wall break inside of a fourth wall. That's like 16 walls.
Yeah.
Like that's really funny. And like they don't do that as much, but that kind of makes sense too. Like you have to pick and choose what you're gonna pull back from the first one and whatnot.
Trade up. This movie went huge with the Marvel references.
Yeah.
Oh
exactly.
God! Even showing some of the X-Men, like in that room, Beast.
Mentioning Thanos
as Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
I loved you as Thanos.
the like two different DC jokes in there.
Yeah.
I also
So
like,
dark.
I also like the fact when they turn off his powers that his cancer comes back, because that's what happens in the comics. Like every time they try and clone him or they turn off his powers, his cancer comes back. Mm-hmm. And did you like his other role in that movie?
As
Juggernaut.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, the voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I wasn't really like blown away or anything by Juggernaut. I don't know what the big fanfare
Epic CG
is
battle
about
coming
it.
up.
Well, part of Juggernaut is a cool character. If you've read the comics, they've never done him right in the movie.
Yeah.
Because the only time they did a movie was X-Men 3, and that was
With
Vinnie
Vinnie
Jones.
Jones, yeah.
Which wasn't bad, but he had a...
But they made him normal. He was normal size Vinnie Jones. He was just Vinnie Jones with a helmet on.
Yeah, this was at least Juggernaut size.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny to me too, because that's what they did in the Bale Batmans with Bane.
Bane. But they did it well with Bane.
Sure.
Kind of well. Depending on what your take is of the Batman.
Sure. But it's the same thing. Like, you make him a normal person, and like that's not Bane at all.
No. Well,
like the actual Bane from the comics is
a
the
big
actual
dude.
Bane from the shitty movies. You know, so it's like that's weird.
I think Colossus was really funny in this one.
Yeah.
Especially when he's like, just say fuck one time.
Yeah. Yukiko or whatever, like that was really funny.
Like
Hey, Yukiko!
Like every time, Hi, Yukiko. They did reuse one joke pretty hard from the first movie when he has something stuck in his brain and it goes, the music all plays and everything goes all happy.
Yeah.
Like it was almost shot for shot.
Yeah. That's the thing though, is the first one's villain and story and stuff, it's a little more like clean cut. Like you understand his motives. He's going after the guy who did this to him.
He's going after Francis.
It's like not really set piecey, but it makes sense and you get it.
I will say Deadpool 2 had a better final fight scene.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't even as set piecey as any Marvel or DC movie either, but it was still like, I get it, you know. The kids' powers were kind of cool.
Maybe that's why I liked him. I like that, like just channeling fire through your hands.
Yeah, but it's a little differently too. It's like waves of fire, you know.
Yeah.
It's
And
not
he-
just like a
stream of fire.
Yeah.
And he manipulates fire around him.
yeah.
Josh Brolin did a great job.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin's Josh Brolin to me, honestly.
True.
Like Thanos is the same guy from No Country for Old Men, is the same guy as Cable, like
Men in Black 3.
Man in Black 3.
Jonah
He's just
Hex.
Josh Brolin. He's kind of like he's not bad,
But he's Josh Brolin.
but he's Josh Brolin.
Like, you can't turn it off.
Yeah.
Like, he's an actor to
I honestly just don't think he acts. I just think that's him.
Well, I mean...
You watch him in interviews, and he's just the same person.
I'm thinking about, like, trying to think of all the roles I've seen him in. It's Josh Brolin.
Oh, what about Goonies?
Huh?
What about Goonies?
He's still kind of the same.
He's in Goonies?
He's the older brother.
He's the older brother.
He's
That's
Mikey's
his
older
first
brother.
role.
Oh, shit. I didn't know
You
that.
didn't know
Yeah.
that's Josh Brolin?
No.
Yeah, dude. All right. Yeah.
I learned something.
He still gets Goonies like fan mail and shit.
Yeah.
I'm assuming all of those guys still do.
I would. Yeah.
Oh, the ones that are alive, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe you didn't know that. That's funny.
The one thing, this movie, especially in the beginning to middle, there's more not as funny parts in it.
Right.
More melancholy, more of him.
Going back, like dying and whatnot,
Yeah.
and they did the whole funny intro credits thing again. You know, but wasn't as funny because you did it again. But it's like you kind of have to do it because it's an expectation
it's a
kind
Deadpool
of
thing
thing.
now.
So that was weird for me.
I kind of like the James Bond-esque opening, though.
Yeah, that was funny.
And the fact that it was all just a running joke about, wait, you killed her off?
Yeah. But, it's just not as funny as going into Deadpool and never seeing anything like that before and him doing a slow-mo through this whole scene of, like, shit that
And again,
happens.
that's why Deadpool 2, Deadpool 1.
There's just a little more touch and nuance
Heart?
to yeah.
A little more, I don't even want to say passion, but,
No.
like, I think the filming of this one was mired in little stuff, like I'm assuming the whole cast was brought down during the T.J. Miller thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And losing the writers or the director or whatever.
Yeah, the director leaving, losing him.
It's a sausage bacon thing. It's like you're not gonna throw bacon away. It's fantastic. It's awesome. It's just like the first one's bacon.
Yeah.
Wait, you like sausage better than bacon?
No, I'm saying the first one's
okay,
bacon.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fight scenes were better in this one for the like the actual fight scenes, not Deadpool going on a rampage. That was still really good.
Yeah.
I like the little callback to the first movie that he actually did have money, cocaine, and the cure for blindness in the
Totally
yeah.
funny. Totally. Oh, that was amazing. Yeah. Because that was a throwaway joke, kind of like, that's really funny. And then he opens it. Oh, that was that was great. That was great.
My movie-going experience for that kind of sucked a little bit, though. The person sitting next to us was shaking his legs so, like, did a bunch of speed, it seemed like, the entire movie. And, like...
So you're just like...
Yeah, he's like...
Jesus.
I hate that shit.
And you can't be like, calm down, especially if it is speed or something, because you don't
Yeah.
want him to freak out on you. So it's like, okay, I'll just sit here and watch it.
Yeah, you just have Donnie switch your seats.
Post-credit scene was great.
Yep. Tying up the timelines.
Mid-credits.
Sorry, mid-credits.
Thank
Yeah.
the Lord.
But to be
So
fair,
sick of end
so
credit
the lights
scenes.
didn't come on when we watched it.
Yeah.
Like when the credits roll, because after the final scene they'll usually turn them on. Okay, there's nothing else to get out of our theater. They didn't do that, so I was like,
You don't know. That's exactly what Katie said.
Screen goes black. I immediately pull up my phone and I'm Googling, does this have an end credit scene? And it will just say yes or no. Like, cool.
yeah, tying up all the loose ends, killing Ryan Reynolds twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killing the wrong Deadpool. It's like holding the Green Lantern script. They love bashing on Green Lantern because I think it's like 3 times in these movies.
Yeah.
Something weird to notice, no nudity in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, minus seeing baby Deadpool's junk
Sure.
during the Basic Instinct
Which was
scene.
just a prosthetic anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it was CGI. I don't think it was prosthetic.
I love the hug at the end. We're going to hug now. We're going to touch dicks tip to tip. It's all talking.
Is that a knife?
Is that a knife in my dick? That's a knife in your dick. Okay.
Yeah.
There was really no villain in this movie. Juggernaut, kind of. And I guess that's one thing movie one does have. You just hate Ajax.
Yeah.
You hate Francis.
Right. He's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit.
And that's what I mean. You just kind of get it.
And his power, and if you think about it, his power's like, oh, you don't feel pain enough height and reflexes. Cool.
Yeah.
True.
But I don't think any scene beats in any Deadpool film the scene we saw from the credit or the fake trailer when he takes out everyone on the bridge or on the overpass.
I know.
The scene is so
It's
good.
so good. And it's funny, when he's like, hey.
It's like, hey, I killed no one when we got here.
Yeah.
Guy falls off. He was already up there.
Wait. This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants. Like, that's just everything. It's everything Deadpool to me is that intro scene.
Yeah.
It's tough to beat that. And I just don't think it did. I think it met all the things that I wanted out of a Deadpool movie. It just
And tried to go a little more story.
yeah.
And a little more.
That's fine. I think it could be a fantastic trilogy. Mm-hmm. Like you've got Raiders, you've got Temple of Doom, and then Last Crusade.
So you wanted to go on a big upswing?
Yeah, I'm looking for this.
Okay. Because Temple of Doom was good.
You
but
can't. No one will ever do fucking New Hope, Empire, Jedi. No
Again?
one will ever do this. Just kidding.
Well, it's
The pyramid. I mean,
well, it's not even a sharp drop down, just kind of a little
Yeah.
slope down.
right. But that's literally how they tell you to write interesting movies. is to build it up, hit the peak of the climax, and then bring it down just a little bit, and then finish the movie. So like the whole like New Hope, Empire, and then Jedi. That's like a whole structure of one movie built into a trilogy.
Yeah.
You know, it's absolutely genius. So yeah, Deadpool 2.
Definitely go see it.
Applaud.
Oh, I learned something
And
new
it's
about...
crushing numbers, by
I
the
know.
way.
It just passed Marvel, at least Infinity Wars for the week.
For the week, yeah.
Interesting thing I learned about Movie Pass, though.
Can't see the same movie twice.
Cannot see the same movie twice.
That's fine.
I know, it's just like, me and Di were talking about going to watch Infinity Wars again. It's like, oh, I'd have to actually go pay for that.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Now I don't want
Wompity
to.
womp.
Exactly.
That's fine. It's such a good service that I'll take it.
Yeah, it's still a movie a day.
Yep.
Even if they change for people who sign up now, because there's rumors going around they want to change to one movie a week.
They tried that.
And
They already did, and then they bundled it with
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio, and it was just for a short period of time. And then it's not like people did get mad, but they didn't change it because people got mad. They changed it because their contract little deal with them got took out. So, yeah.
So
Thank you.
yeah, go see Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2 is good.
Saw some good trailers. Some stuff I was intrigued by. Just kind of forgot the names of them. I don't... This is because I wasn't paying that much attention. But, like, one trailer that wasn't in there but I want to see, Black Klansman.
Sure. Yeah. The new Spike Lee joint.
Produced by Jordan Peele. I knew it said he was involved with it. I just didn't remember what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. He's definitely attached to it.
There's what is it? A Happy Murder Street or something? It's the one
The
with...
Happy Time Murders?
Yes.
That piece of shit. That
Okay.
thing is going
yeah.
to bomb hard.
Probably.
That movie
There's
looks
no way that's going to be good.
like the worst.
Okay, I have to ask, since you're not a fan of her, how much of it is Melissa McCarthy?
A third.
Okay.
The minute I saw that, there was like probably, besides the people I was with, a couple people behind me too. They're just like, ugh. Another fucking movie you're in that you're going to ruin.
But 2/3 of it is still
The fact it's puppets.
absolute shit. No, the puppets are fine. I assumed Jason Segel was part of it for some reason. But yeah. Moving on to our next segment, correct?
Yes.
What is it?
You want to let everybody know what it is?
No, you're the fucking host, man. I gotta
It's
do my own
called Flashback.
shit. Just gotta yell it out.
Yeah. I have to.
You just excited about the name?
I am.
It's called
Took us
Flashback.
30 seconds. If you guys are just tuning in and you don't know what this segment is, it is going to be where we review a movie that came out on the day the next podcast airs, the day this podcast airs, and our birth years.
Or around the day.
Yeah, because it doesn't come out the same day. But within that week. We're kind of looking at within that week. So, this week's inaugural movie
Push through it.
was Pink Cadillac, which is a movie starring Clint Eastwood and some
Bernadette
chick.
Peters.
Who? Who?
Bernadette Peters.
Oh, that was her.
Right now we're using random number generators to tell us what movie to watch. But if you support us on patreon.com/derailed, maybe we can build a wheel of movies.
We need a wheel.
We need a wheel.
We definitely need a wheel.
A real wheel.
This movie was directed by Buddy Van Horn.
Buddy Van Horn. Buddy Van Horn. Written by?
Written by John Escow or Esco.
And what other works have they written?
He has written Air America,
Never
which
heard
is
of
a 80s Robert Downey Jr. Mel Gibson movie where they're in the Air Force together.
it. Okay.
The Mask of Zorro.
Okay. This is the writer or the director?
This is the writer.
Okay.
That's the only notable thing for him.
What's his known for on IMDb?
I just read them.
Those two?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's only written 3 things.
Oh, jeez.
The
Well,
director,
after watching this, I kind of understand why.
Yeah.
He has done a lot of Clint Eastwood movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
he's
they're buddy.
he's actually done the Deadpool, Clint Eastwood, High Plains, Outbreak.
Oh, I like Outbreak.
Yep. He did In the Line of Fire,
Okay.
where Clint Eastwood plays a Secret Service agent. He did Shakedown it's a Sam Elliott movie.
Wait, Buddy Van Horn?
Yeah.
I only have 3 movies he's directed.
Oh, no. Actor, sorry. I crossed over one for Shakedown.
So director, Pink Cadillac, The
Yeah.
Deadpool, and Any Which Way You Can. All Clint Eastwood films.
Gotcha. Okay. So what did he do in Outbreak? Act?
No, it says right here, bitch.
Director, 3.
Are you looking at like producer?
3.
Assistant director. He's assistant director on Outbreak.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And The Rookie, Magnum Force.
The
and
Rookie. That's your
The
jam.
Rookie?
That's your jam.
What's my jam? The Rookie?
Yeah, that's where he breaks his arm.
No.
Different The Rookie.
Or is that Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the Year is where
Rookie
he
of the
breaks
Year.
his
Okay,
arm.
gotcha.
Yeah. The Rookie with fucking
Clint Eastwood.
No, the other The Rookie where he's a baseball guy. The fucking
Oh, yeah,
Fucking-
yeah.
whatever. Anyways,
Kevin Costner movie?
no,
Kevin
that's Field of
Costner
Dreams.
movie?
No, the other one.
Tin Cup. That's golf. Bull Durham. Is Kevin Costner in Bull Durham?
Yes.
He is, right?
Yes.
Okay,
God,
so
what fucking
can we
movie
talk
am I
about Pink Cadillac now?
Yeah. Tell me, what did you think of 80s cinema, Pink Cadillac?
I love 80s cinema. It actually Yes, thank
So
you.
it is The Rookie with Kevin Costner.
That's not Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner
Okay.
is not in The Rookie.
Okay, I'd like to point out, well, look what I searched.
I know that, but the movie I'm talking about is Dennis Quaid.
Oh, the other Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner is not in The Rookie.
Oh, here's why, really quick. The Rookie's lead, Dennis Quaid, belongs to the Kevin Costner School of Acting. Fuck you, Google.
This is why you got to read. This guy fucking just pulls up articles from Facebook and doesn't even read them. And he's like, hey, check this out. There's going to be tons of boobs in the next Infinity Wars, says Cosmic News.
Cosmic Book News.
Cosmic Book News.
All right.
Confirmed by Peter Fahey.
All right.
Peter Fay.
All right. Pink Cadillac. It was 2 hours.
Oh, my God. That movie sucked.
It did.
So bad.
So it's supposed to be like an action comedy romance film, right? I laughed
Minus
at
the action.
I laughed
Or-
at
and the
one joke.
comedy.
I laughed at one joke in the entire film.
Which joke?
When they're in Reno trying to get the one guy and the flasher walks up to the car and she just deadpan delivers. Oh, it looks like a penis, but only smaller. Just her delivery on that was good.
Yeah, all right. I'll give you that one. That was all
It
right.
tried to be a very dry comedy.
Yeah.
With not a good lot of people.
Clint Eastwood is not a comedian.
Unless he's in a movie with a monkey.
Yeah. Do you remember what that one was called?
BJ and the Bear?
Oh, is it? What? Really? BJ and the Bear?
I know that that's a movie. I don't know if that's Clint Eastwood, though.
Huh.
I know there was a movie with Matt LeBlanc where he played baseball with a monkey. So this movie was a giant piece of shit.
Yeah. Also,
It is a
do you remember the scene, one of the scenes in the alley when he chases her out of the casino and then he gets her in the alley and then he brings her back to get the money?
yeah.
When she's trying to pull that thing from open the fucking top.
Yeah.
Just open the top.
Yeah.
Like 2 scenes later, they open the top. Like, are you kidding me? Like, how stupid is that?
So I got super confused because the movie opens with him tricking this guy into thinking he won a radio contest.
Yeah.
Yep.
In order to get him.
Yep.
Okay. And then he puts him in his car. His plan succeeds. He puts the bad guy in his car. And then it hard cuts to, like, he plays some music.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, ha 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 ha, you're listening to this music or whatever, right?
Yep.
And then it jump cuts to him as a rodeo clown.
Yep.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, getting another bail jumper.
Yeah.
And then back to him at the police station or something.
At his bail bonds thing.
And I'm like, what?
Oh no, he's at the
He was
Chinese,
just a clown
the
for a
Chinese
second?
deli.
Yeah. Like, was that not super confusing to anyone
It
else?
was just weird cutting.
Yeah.
Weird
It was just
editing.
like, Why did we need that information? He's
this-
a clown now. It was very weird.
It was terrible.
And
then I understood like this movie, and I was like, I'm not in for a treat.
Nope.
It's
Clint
already
Eastwood being intrinsically not Clint Eastwood, which is the fucking worst.
Except he takes out an entire gang of neo-Nazis with a handgun.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But it would have been cooler if he was Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
Oh, and 2 grenades. Forgot about the 2 grenades.
Yeah, see, they're not cool anymore. What are you,
Well-
Commando?
What's wrong with Commando?
Nothing. You remember that scene, though, where he swims up to the beach and then just throws grenades over the wall? Just left and right? Just...
No, we're not talking about decent films. We're talking about shit films right now.
Ah, dude. Pink Cadillac. It's so basically this lady has a shitty husband. At first, I was like, did he really just burn the money?
Yeah.
Like, you just burnt like $250 or whatever. And I was like, this is terrible. But it makes sense because he has all this money now, right?
Yep.
But that's the thing is like they robbed someone or they did something and they have a ton of money.
Well, they were making counterfeit money.
They printed their own money.
Yeah.
But then they traded the counterfeit money for real money,
For
and
real
that's
money.
what they had.
Who did they trade with?
Laundered it somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things they didn't explain.
Okay.
Then she also took the fake money to the casino.
No, that was real money.
That was the real
That was the real money?
She thought
Yeah,
it was
okay.
fake, and then Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood sees it's like, well, yep, that's a really good fake because it's real.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So then she steals this dude's pink Cadillac.
Yeah. Her husband.
Her husband's
Which did
pink
know had the
Cadillac.
money in it.
Yeah. There's also the baby involved.
Yeah.
She like gives the baby to her
Sister.
and it's just like that's a very like split decision. You know, like I have to give up my baby because it's a rom-com. So
Yeah.
you know when you have to give up a baby, it's not a big deal. You're just like, here you go, sis, take my baby
Go
now.
go see our
I hope I
parents
get
for
to
a
see
while.
you soon.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck? This movie was just terrible.
It's already my nomination for worst movie this month. And we're not even done yet.
Yeah. It's definitely not best. If it turns out to be the best, I'm going to be real upset and I might cancel this.
We got some doozies for next week.
Yeah, we
A
had
couple
some
of good ones.
To be fair, we had some good ones on the last week's list. It's just we rolled shitty.
So then Clint Eastwood gets involved because
She jumped bail.
she's in trouble for what?
Okay, so when they raided
Cocaine?
No. When they raided her house,
I thought he said cocaine too.
when they raided her house. 'cause
Oh,
they-
that's right. Which
she-
they never show you.
Yeah.
They explain to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of telling in this movie,
But
not showing.
ran out budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have that big action scene at the end.
Yeah.
They ruined that.
That's
big
what they did.
Cadillac.
They cut out the raiding of the house for the fucking action scene.
Yeah. So they
Of
raid her
Clint Eastwood
house.
trying to be
they
John
find
Wick.
the fake money, right?
They find the fake money, and since she's the only one there.
Yeah, she gets arrested. She jumps bail, takes the pink Cadillac. So he's involved. Clint Eastwood has to track her down. She goes to Reno to spend money. That's when she gives the baby to the sister. He goes and chases her. Then the husband is like involved with these neo-Nazis.
He's
Yeah.
like white
Guys,
supremacist type guys.
Something.
They don't.
and they like shoot around him.
Yeah, they don't.
Even though when they show him shooting, he's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like this, but then
He's
they
not
show-
even up
it's
and
like-
over. Yeah.
Oh, 80s films.
Yeah. And all the music it's the same music that like cuts in between shots in like My Cousin Vinny, where it's like ding 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 ding. It's like the classic like late 80s, early 90s, like, you know, it's classic.
But yeah, but like they just tried to make it a really dry comedy, but they didn't have the right cast for it.
No. It's literally not funny. There's
Again,
one funny part.
Like I said, for me there was
For
one funny
you.
part. Yeah.
I was just as deadpan as they were through the whole thing.
I definitely fell asleep at one point for about 10 minutes.
This one's okay to fall asleep to.
It's not a good movie. So now Clint Eastwood and the girl are on an adventure. They go and get into shenanigans.
Yep. She helps him catch a bail jumper.
Yeah. They all three are like chasing each other down in this weird kind of cat and mouse thing. And then there's the big scene at the end. And that was like 90% of the budget.
So to save her baby.
To save the baby, yeah.
So
Which wasn't a big deal at the beginning, but now is a big deal because it's like, hey, it's a baby, right?
There were
Yeah.
some interesting cameos in this film too.
Sure.
like the Jim Carrey cameo.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah.
That was funny
Doing
as
one
shit.
of his like old sketches.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the guy who ran the hotel lodge they were at.
Yeah.
Has been on a fuck ton of films. I just can't remember his name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, also the guy that did the fake licenses, too, was another big star.
Like a B star,
Yeah,
like a background guy. Yeah.
But he's been in, like, everything.
Yeah. Overall,
Shit.
garbage. But I hope you watched along and let us know what you thought in the comments.
And
What
we're
are-
sorry if you wasted 2 hours of your life.
It's not a waste because we get to come here and talk about it
Yeah.
and bring people into. If you feel that way, then why are we doing this?
It's, I don't know.
Because we might get a good film. Because this one has some.
That's not the reaction I want from
got-
the guy who invented the segment.
So yeah, this list from what he was telling me has some really high points
And
really
really
low
low
points.
All right.
Alrighty. Are you ready?
Yep.
So we got some doozies on this list. The only movie that came out like the first half of June in my year was Phantasm. And have you ever seen Phantasm before?
I have not. I know it's about this creepy old guy with this metal ball of death.
Yes. So it's a horror movie, but it's a well done horror movie for the time. Like people snatch you through mirrors and stuff, and the whole time you're in this morgue and stuff, and it's cool.
Okay.
It's cool. That's one of the ones. It might be hard to find though, so we're gonna have to cody it up again. But then we've got quite a few movies for the '89 year. We have My Mom's a Werewolf, which I've never heard of before. We have Dead Poets Society, great movie.
Yeah.
We have No Holds Barred, Hulk Hogan movie. And we have a movie called Renegades, which I've never heard of. And this one is kind of weird. Scenes from the Class Struggle in Beverly Hills. I don't even know.
Is that like in the Beverly Hills Hillbilly?
Maybe?
Maybe. Probably not. Remember that movie though, Beverly Hills Hillbilly?
Yeah.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Beverly Hillbillies, yeah.
Beverly Hillbillies.
It was a
dude.
TV show. They made a movie.
That was the shit.
Yeah.
I watched the movie more than the
Yeah.
show.
Jim Varney played
Oh, yeah.
the dad.
Yeah.
Ernest.
Yeah.
So Renegades, really quick,
Uh-huh.
is a movie about a no nonsense Philadelphia cop played by Kiefer Sutherland
Oh.
going undercover.
Remember when
With Lou Diamond
Synopsises
Phillips.
had Lou Diamond Phillips?
Nice.
I remember fondly the movie synopsis that is no nonsense cop. It was just a character role.
yeah.
No
His
nonsense
name is
cop.
Buster McHenry.
Yeah, it
Oh my
is.
God.
Why wouldn't it be Buster McHenry?
Lou Diamond Phillips is Hank Storm.
Oh yeah. Get that storm
And they're
counter
they're
ready.
going after the ruthless Marino, played by Robert Kipner.
Nope.
Wagner?
Nope. Take part in a robbery that ends with the theft of a sacred Sioux artifact.
All right, well,
All
let's
right.
hope we get that movie now.
the
We
next one.
learned so much about
Oh,
it.
which one?
Scenes from the Class Struggle in Beverly Hills.
This is a documentary. It's so funny that I updated your Fire Stick the weekend that they shut it down.
Right?
Yeah, but your instructions are just step by step. Do it exactly as it says. Yeah.
Yep.
It almost worked for me on the very first time. I almost was able to read the instructions, install it, and not have to text him. And I do that, and everything's fine, and then it still doesn't find anything when I search Pink Cadillac. And then I did it again, and it found it. I was like, motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
Did you find anything?
I did find something.
So it is a movie.
It's an indie film / comedy.
Okay. Any major stars?
Nope.
All right, I hope we get this one.
Oh, God.
Do we have a synopsis?
A wealthy Beverly Hills, California resident who has just become a widow, Claire Lipkin, played by Jacqueline Bessette, temporarily takes on her friend Elizabeth, played by Mary Warner.
What
Let me
the
try.
fuck?
Let me try.
Why can't you just look on
A
IMDb?
wealthy Beverly Hills, California resident
Is that what
who
that
has
is?
just a wealthy Beverly Hills resident who has just become a widow, Claire Lipkin, temporarily takes on her friend Elizabeth as a house guest. As the two women deal with their upper-class woes, Claire's driver Frank and Elizabeth's servant Juan make a wager to see who could be the first to seduce the other's boss. As the competition gears up, it leads to surprising and romantic entanglements and plenty of satirical scenarios.
Oh my God.
It's got a 80% Rotten Tomato score. Scenes from the class struggle in Beverly Hills. I'm in.
Oh my God.
All right, move on.
Move on.
Next, your year, 87. Cyclone. Never heard of Cyclone.
The Twister prequel.
Harry and the Hendersons, which I'm super psyched about. I love Harry and the Hendersons, a little John Lithgow action.
Mm-hmm.
And The Untouchables.
Nice.
And that's a fucking badass movie.
Yeah.
God, I'd love to watch The Untouchables
It's almost
again.
not worth reviewing.
Right?
So that movie was awesome. What do we got next week?
And then for 93, we've got Guilty as Sin, which I don't know what that is.
We'll figure it out if we have to watch it.
Okay.
Are we ready? So I have...
Did you Google, or did you like go to the App Store and type in random number generator?
Not the App Store, just Google. It's got one right on there. So you have the list, and you press the generate button. 9.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Yes!
All right.
Have you seen this?
Best out of 3?
No. It's 9.
It's 9.
Harry and the Hendersons it is. The nice thing is, though, is we can keep this going for we honestly should keep a list. That way we can just, mark them off, and then next year we can just do the same, we don't have to research it every year.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it can go on for multiple years, because we're only doing one movie.
Yeah. There's the first week still on here, so.
Yeah.
Got a list
Keep
still.
a list. Scratch off the one we watched.
Pink Cadillac.
So next week is Harry and the Hendersons. Go out and watch it so you can review it with us next week.
Also, we'll have a solo review.
And the solo review. That'll be exciting. Good show next week. I'm pumped. Maybe more Westworld too, probably.
If somebody watches it.
Fuck you.
Ah, you got him. Let's close on a Westberg.
Well, fuck you.
The rarity. Nice
All right,
job,
folks,
Wes.
that's going to do it for this episode of Bloodshots. Thank you for joining us. And as always, you can find us on YouTube and drew a blank again. Twitter. There we go. And then Instagram, Snapchat. And if you want to help support the show, go to patreon.com/derailed. We'll see you next week.